joining me in the studio right now. When I went to their website, I went right away. I said, cool. It's hard to get me to say cool right away. I'm a skeptic. This was cool. Kush Capella is joining us. And Kush, what I like to do is I want you to help us I said Kush. They're saying I said your name wrong, Kush. Give us the elevator pitch for your business.
So Sterling's Mobile is the premier mobile salon and barbershop for busy professionals, providing convenience and quality services through our state-of-the-art Airstream unit. It's got 3 stations, a restroom, waiting area, fully climate controlled and self-contained with water and electricity. And what we do is we partner with Fortune 500 companies to bring our services on site where the busy professional goes and books a cut, color, shave, manicure, or wax through our novel booking system with their favorite barber or stylist.
All right, slow down. Sorry. I like you. Yeah. So I'm going to give you some tips real quick. Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
The biggest selling point right now of your business is what?
The biggest selling point? We come to you.
Location.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. And that's what you should lead with.
Okay.
We make location not an issue anymore. Because I'm going to tell you, for me to get something done, it's like, oh, I got to drive over there.
Yeah.
You change that dynamic right away.
We did.
And you change it with the appeal of coolness. I mean, your curbside appeal is insanely gorgeous.
Yeah.
So you've eliminated the idea of location. Second, you made it really sexy. And third, it's quality.
Yeah, but the interesting thing is we thought we eliminated driving, right?
Right.
But when we launched the business, we learned that that's not the only value proposition for the customer.
Tell me what it is.
So a lot of, we got these set locations. A lot of our clients will drive to locations.
Because it's just
the quality is good, but for other people, it's like for myself, I don't mind driving a little bit in reason. I just don't want to wait. So our booking system allows you to get in and not have to wait. The other benefit of that, of the booking system too, is you get to pick your favorite barber or stylist. Not everyone cares, but a lot of people have their favorite.
No, I agree with that.
Some people
That's important. I'm surprised people don't have a favorite one.
Some don't, some do. So it's for some people, it's not driving. It's like, I don't care. Just, I want to come down. I'll get it whenever.
And these are Airstreams, right?
Yes.
So in Airstreams, I just want to make sure the audience understands, those are the silver bullet trailers that they're still around. They're still manufactured. They're cool. Some people look at them from like the 1950s, but they're still being manufactured, right?
Yeah. So it's been 80 years. And basically, when we started this idea, we were looking around at what would be the delivery mechanism of this. A white truck doesn't cut it. An RV doesn't cut it. The Airstream is a premium trailer. It conveys cleanliness. It is cool. It's retro. It's everything that we kind of embody.
See, I would have started it with maybe the Breaking Bad trailer, and that would not have worked, right?
Yeah.
It's going good, right?
Oh, it's going great.
How many do you have throughout Southern California?
So we launched 3.5 years ago, and simple concept. I think everyone right away you get it, but it's a logistically challenging business. So we spent the last 3 years figuring out how to get this thing running every day. You got a generator.
It does move every day. So it's not
we're
stationary.
Operating. Yeah.
So do you have to have certain permits, and then you have to pay for parking, I guess, and all those things have to take place?
Yeah. So for us, it was, okay, how do we get it from moving every day? How do we get water? How do we get propane? How do we coordinate the stylists? How do we sign up the companies? The technology. So we spent those 3.5 years kind of refining that. The exciting news is, I think we're the only ones who've figured this out. We're not the first ones to think of this idea.
Oh, you've had other
people have tried
mobile barbers I've seen before, but not in the stylish way that you're doing it.
It's like, how do you get it running every day? How do you do all these things? And now that we've, I think, perfected it, we're scaling to other cities. So we have one in Seattle that's going to launch in January. We have one that's coming up in San Francisco, probably first quarter of next year.
Those are great markets.
Yeah. One in Chicago, potentially also.
Really? I mean, every one of those markets, you're talking to an audience right now.
Yeah.
So if they're listening, how do they find out? Where do they go?
So you can go to our website and kind of sign up for...
Your website is?
sterlingsmobile.com.
Sterlingsmobile.com. That's where you go?
We'll get you on a list.
Sounds like you should have an app also.
So our website is actually mobile responsive. So you can go to your phone. It'll give you a different view, make it easy for you to book an appointment. Yeah.
You should have an app.
We talked about it, and it's on our roadmap. Technology is actually a very big part of our business.
It's got to be, right? But I know the mobile responsive thing is really important. We all love that. But having an app, even though you can make it an app icon on both
Yeah.
Android and iOS, but having an app, but hey, that's another business. Here, let's do this. Business is good, 3 years.
Yep.
It's really working well, right? And you've made it look easy, which is really important. If you can take a business, which is fairly complex of what you just described, and make it look easy and simple for someone like me to walk in, and all the pressure's taken off, I would be a return customer over and over again if there was one here in our area, which there isn't, by the way.
I mean, we have a 50% retention rate, which is double
Is
the
that good?
industry average. Yeah.
So, because I used to go to Floyd's, you're probably familiar with Floyd's.
Yep.
They have them all over the place, right? And I then found we call them stylists, right? And wherever that stylist will go, that's where I'm going to go. So I'm kind of connected to that stylist. Are you finding somebody that's connected to the stylist with you or to the brand itself?
So it was one of the things when we started is this is an industry where there is kind of high turnover. We're actually very good at retaining our stylists because
really
we have
important.
it's a fun place to be. There's technology. We're at a different location. We have, a very good clientele base. And we kind of treat them as family. They're employees of Sterling. So
They are. So
it's
they're not
quanti-
renting. They're not renting a Sterling.
Yeah. So we've tried to bring in the technology, or I'm from the tech background, and bring that kind of culture that you see in these like tech startups and tech companies, and bring it into an industry where, a lot of stylists, owners, and barbers owners, they don't treat their employees very well.
No, they don't.
So we keep our employees, but naturally there is turnover. And
But that does keep then someone like me, because I know my stylist is going to be staying there. That's important too.
Yeah, but I was worried that the first time it happened that we're gonna lose clients, and actually.
No,
because
so it's the brand.
It's
You're
the
saying-
value, and it's quality, because all our stylists are good, all our barbers are good. So, yeah, there's always disappointment when someone moves on, but they just go to the next person.
And then the scheduling part, which is really important, because you're right. Waiting is probably one of the biggest irritations, especially a professional individual that goes in there where time is very limited.
Yeah.
Right. And you're really taking that in consideration. I love it. Hey, Kush, you got a good quote?
I have a Seth Godin quote that I like.
Just say it's yours. Just take it. Own it. Go for it.
Okay. Well, it's ideas in secret die. They need light and air to survive. And what that really means
let's tell me about
is
that.
basically, I really believe this, is that everyone who's starting a business is always worried about talking about the idea. Oh, if I talk about it, someone's going to steal it.
We're in stealth mode.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
No.
And they're scared to put it out there. So you have to put it out there, otherwise you won't get anywhere. And second is, if someone's really going to steal the idea, it's all about execution.
It is.
It takes a
You
huge
did
amount
it.
of effort. Yeah.
I mean, you probably told a lot of people. By the way, Kush Capella is joining us. If you want to go find out more about their business, go to their website. It's sterlingsmobile.com, and Twitter, Facebook, all social media that are out there. About 3 years ago, they launched the business, and I'm learning from you right now. It really has turned around fast. You were able to test this business in under a year to validate if it was going to work.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we became cash flow neutral within 4 months, cash flow positive within 8.
Right.
We continue to grow.
And you didn't
every day.
really take a gigantic cash investment in this either.
We raised $180,000. Most of that went into the trailer build out. Yeah,
But you got the first one done, and now you know how to do the second one and the third one, right?
exactly. And actually, we're starting to manufacture these in Mexico, because that's the lever to actually get this to scale to other locations. If we can bring down the cost, on the
Mexico is a good place to.
it's mainly labor, right? To refurbish
And
these
bringing it over the border, does it take like 7 hours to check that thing out to make sure there's
No.
nothing that's packed in there illegally? No, I don't know. Yeah. So business is good,
Yeah.
right? So if you look at other businesses that are out there, from the .com world to the mobile world, is there any business you admire going, they're doing some incredible stuff? I'm going to steal some of those ideas.
Well, I love Uber.
Why?
Uber is just, they really solve the problems that are out there.
They're disruptive.
They're just, and they take in like a very stagnant kind of industry, like the cab industry,
Well,
just like how we're trying to do.
Are you saying that? What industry are you in? What's it called?
The hair care,
Is it just hair care or is it beauty?
beauty,
Right?
beauty and hair
In
care.
fact, you have your own product lines. I
Yep.
just noticed that too. Are these actually formulated by you or are you weight lighting somebody else's?
Yeah, so we're actually, someone else is formulating it.
Okay.
But obviously we go through it and make sure that it actually fits our brand.
It fits your brand?
So we got, molding paste, we got shampoos.
Sounds like
and
these are very
conditioners.
male oriented.
No, these are for men and women. And that's
Yeah.
actually something I learned about the business is, when I started the business, it actually was a barbershop. My
That's
research.
what it looked like right away.
My research had said, oh, men love the idea, women had their stylists. But then we launched and we saw that women were coming in. And then we started expanding from just cuts to colors, shaves, manicures, waxes, threading, eyelash extensions.
Threading and eyelash extensions. I just had that done the other day.
Oh, yeah?
We're on this. Yeah, it's amazing. No, but you look at all those, and I'm going to go back to the scheduling system. To do a color, to do a eyelash extension, you can't say this is going to take 10 minutes or 15 minutes. It varies based upon what's going to get done, and certain things are case by case situations. How can you manage a schedule system so well? How do you do that?
So it's a custom built booking system.
It's super unique, by the way, so much so that you want to license this out.
We've actually, it's another part of our business is we sell the booking system to other mobile businesses.
Wow.
And you have to have a calendar view because one of the biggest challenges of being mobile is where are you?
Right.
It's not like you go by the Starbucks every day. It's at the corner. Here you got to find it.
It's like food trucks.
Yeah. So we're on a set schedule, but you need to know where that is. So we have a calendar view. You can pick your favorite, your services, your favorite barber or stylist. You get an appointment with a calendar invite, text message reminder. And then we have analytics on the back end. So I can tailor deals to you, the customer, make sure.
I love it. And then your product line, is this because you didn't want to carry a standard product line that we're all used to? You wanted to have extend the brand more? Is that the idea?
It's to extend the brand more.
So everything we're seeing right here would be a comparable to the other brands we see inside salons, right? And it's just called Sterling's.
Yeah, we just launched it this week. We've gotten such a great response.
Why Sterling's? Why is that name?
So, one of the things when I was starting, I was like, oh, this will be very easy to come up with a name. Took a couple of months actually to come up with a name. We wanted something, the domain name was available, Sterling's Mobile.
That's important.
Yeah, it is. Wanted something Sterling Silver, kind of premium. If you watch Mad Men, Sterling Cooper. And then we didn't know where this business was going to go. And you have to be able to pivot. And
did you pivot?
We did. We went from a barbershop to salon and barbershop.
Salon, right.
So a name
doesn't sound like it's a pivot. It sounds like it's just an extension more than anything.
It's an extension, but now that we're doing the manufacturing, we're doing the booking system, we wanted something that was kind of gender agnostic. And if we called it like Jimbo's Cuts or something, you're stuck.
No, but
right?
someone's got jimbocuts.com, just to let you know. Okay.
Probably. The way it is. It's actually, when I mentioned the website being available, it's actually very
gone.
hard.
Yeah, it's gone. So as you went through this process of building a business, obviously you're successful, you're moving in a really good direction. There had to have been some hurdles, some missteps along the way that you've learned and you've registered in the back of your mind saying, I'm never going to do that again. What would be 3 things that you would suggest none of us to ever do because you did it and you don't want us to do it?
So I think the first thing, and my mentors had even told me not to do this, and I did it anyway. So I had gotten the trailer. I was able to accept payments, and I was still waiting. I was trying to make the business perfect before I launched. And my mentor is like, do you have this? Can you accept money? You should be out right now. Still waited 3 more months.
You were waiting because, what, you want to validate it internally?
Yeah, you want to make everything perfect, right? And then you realize that you spend a lot of time worrying about something or working on something that is irrelevant and not spending the time on things that are.
Perfectionitis.
Yeah. So right away when we launch and we see women coming in, I should have made it a salon and barbershop, right?
Got it.
No amount of research is going to tell me that till I actually launch. So the market is going to tell you.
So launch,
when it is.
ship, then test.
Yeah.
If you saw the first iterations of GoPro, you'd be shocked in how bad they look compared to what they are now. But they needed to get out there before they could iterate and change.
Yeah.
So first thing is, don't suffer from perfectionitis.
Figure out what that minimal viable product is and just get out there.
Got it. First one. I love it. Number 2.
Number 2, a lot of CEOs will tell you this. You'll know when you have an employee and it just isn't a good fit for both of you. And
you feel it.
And I always try to make it work. And you always look back and you're like, you should just make the cut. Yeah. Just for everyone.
So the old saying is hire slow, fire fast. Do you really believe that? Yeah. Go through the process, kind of date them first.
It is very hard if it's not a good fit to turn it around.
And you're in an industry to where, oh boy, I'm going to get killed for saying this. There is a lot of drama with the people that work for you at times. Do you agree with me?
Very much so.
You're saying that quietly, like you don't think anyone's going to hear you. So managing those personalities at times has to be difficult. It doesn't mean they're a bad team member. They just might be going through a life situation that can be resolved. How do you make sure you don't, misread the individual compared to the life situation they're going through? Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think it's a big learning for me was I was managing our stylists and barbers like I wanted to be managed, but they're not like me, right? So they're artists, and there's a different, so you have to manage them how they want to. So for me, it was frustrating. Well, why is this not happening? I'm doing all these things like
structure and all that.
There's certain things that they care about and some things they don't care about, right? So, but we also it's a learning process. So I manage them the way they want to be managed, and I also realize that. We have a process that we've gone through, so I know the kind of personality that's going to fit into the Sterling's environment. So things I take for granted, like if I ever had a job interview, I'm early, 10 minutes early, I'm there. A lot of stylists don't show up. That to me is just one step of the process of scheduling an interview. Do they send me a resume? Do they have good tech skills?
So as you go through all those things, you go, hey, you know what? You didn't send me an email. You didn't send me a resume. The minute they get there, even though they might seem impressive, you already see there's bad habits.
Yeah.
They probably won't fit within what you're doing.
We go to the corporation. So what we value is being on time, good quality.
Okay.
I know they're artists and stuff, and we give them enough time to perform a really good service, but they have to be on time.
Kush Capella is joining us. He is the founder, CEO of Sterling's Mobile Salon, which is based right now in Southern California, but it sounds like San Francisco, Chicago, and Seattle. You're about to get a taste of this. Let's go through one more. That was 3. First one again was, do you remember?
It was launch. Get a minimal viable product.
Second one, fire the wrong ones right away.
Yep.
And number 3, what do you think?
Number 3 is almost fake it till you make it, right?
Yeah.
So, and within reason, but I was very cautious, even though I started this business. I'm a pretty reserved individual. And we had gotten an event, and I'm like, I'm not sure if we can do this. But we agreed to it, and it worked out great. And so I kind of try to take that motto is that, accept it. You're a smart person. You'll figure it out.
Accept challenges and just do it, right?
Yeah.
And as you hit it, it may not look good as you're going into it, but again, you have enough knowledge to know to make it happen.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. So again, you like Uber as a company. How about a CEO or an entrepreneur out there? Somebody that you admire?
Richard Branson.
Why Branson? He's got good hair, by the way. Good hair.
He does.
Yeah.
I hope I have that kind of hair later on.
He wouldn't look good on you, by the way. No.
He just takes a lot of industries, and again, like these kind of stagnant industries, and innovates in them. But he has fun doing it as well. He's not just doing like real estate or something.
Well, don't you feel that, one, I'll tell you, and I always say this over and over again, he doesn't know how to read a balance sheet. He openly admits this. He doesn't know the difference between net and gross revenue. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He understands the big picture idea, and he knows how to move into that. I know that you're a tech guy.
Yeah.
You understand those technical sides. So do you ever go into areas where you may not know the fundamentals or the really, really nuances, but at least you see the big picture? Are you still willing to step in that, even though you might be a bit uncomfortable? Because Branson does this all the time.
Yeah, I mean, what he's good at is he can rally people, and he knows that he's not good at those things. I mean, he's dyslexic, right? But he gets that there are great people that he can inspire to do that.
One last question, Kush, real quick. I notice Facebook and Twitter, Instagram also?
No.
Why not?
We're on Pinterest.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a dude. You know that, right?
Well,
most guys aren't on Pinterest.
Yeah. I might, given my age, I might have missed Instagram a little.
I just got this, Bridget went like this. What? I'm just letting you know that 83% of everybody on Pinterest are women, right? And if you're going after a unified audience, wouldn't Instagram be a better tool than Pinterest if you're trying to go after both sides?
I'll be honest, we're just starting to really look into social media. And, I think things like Facebook are great and stuff, but for me, it's what can we do to improve the business
Instagram, take some photos here of how great your hair looks, because it does look good. Again, go check it out. It's sterlingsmobile.com.